What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the IAM show. I'm Justin Falk, owner of Insurance Advertising Masters. I've got my CEO, Josh Foray, here with us. What we do on the show is we go and find ads out in the wild, whether they're in the insurance industry or outside of the insurance industry, and we show you how you can take those same concepts and apply them to your business. Cool. So what are we getting into today?
Yeah, so I've been seeing a couple of ads from these guys, Insurance Elevated, and this is a recruiting ad. I thought it was really good, so I just felt like it'd be good to review it.
Real quick though, just want to give some like backstory because I've been seeing these guys. Really, I think that there's one main owner, but the cool thing that he's done is gotten people that like are on his team. I don't know if they're employees or just agents in his downline, but he's gotten them to like partake in the ads. It's honestly like a really cool business from what I've seen because they kind of use a little bit of the Andrew Tate model where his agents are building the brand. But I even saw this. I was doing a little bit of research on them at one point, and I saw this article, and the owner was getting interviewed. He was saying that like they grew from 30 agents to like 528 agents in like 7 or 8 months. And literally, I think the article said something similar along the lines of like, we built a lead company or an advertising company to then fuel the growth of the insurance agency. And so now, like, this is a recruiting ad that we're going to be going through, but they've literally built their entire business off of running ads direct to consumers so that they have their own advertising. Like, they're bringing in the leads, they're bringing in the interested people in, I think it's life and health insurance for them specifically. So you'll be able to see like from this ad, like how easy it is to recruit when you have your entire company built on advertising and technology, and you're actually operating in 2024, not 2004, like most other insurance
Not
agencies
trying
are.
to bring people in and be like, "Hey, here's the vendor that we use right now for this month," and we switch every
Yeah.
couple of months.
Or here's this direct mail. I don't know if you would know what direct mail is, but we send letters to old people and they send them back. And yeah, that's right. So like they've embraced they've embraced technology, which is cool. And so, yeah, we'll break down this ad today. But for any of you guys watching, if you want us to do like a full breakdown of they're running a lot of ads. I think if they have 500 plus agents and they're feeding those agents off of the ads, they got to be running a lot of ads. They're probably running
Pretty good
hundreds of
budget.
thousands a month in ad spend. Yeah. So if you want us to do a full breakdown of their consumer side, even their recruiting side, what we see, like the funnels that they're using, some automations that we would guess that they're using, and probably the sales processes, just leave a comment below. That would definitely be a longer video than what we normally do, but we're game to do it if people are interested in seeing that. So if you guys are interested, just drop a comment below and we'll put that on our to-do list. But yeah, let's jump into this one.
A lot of people are asking why we're making the switch, and it's very simple. We want to make sure that everybody gets paid in a timely manner and they can work from anywhere in the world.
No more waiting 20, 30, 40 days to get paid on things you sold 2 months ago. Time to get paid instantly on the work that you just put in.
Do you think it was easy from us to switch from an industry that was making multiple 6 to 7 figures to a brand new industry and having to relearn the whole process? It wasn't. But the reason we're doing it is because it's a more sustainable and long-term route for us to be able to build long-term.
Wait, do you know what insurance they switched or what industry they switched from? Do you have any idea?
I don't. My guess would be solar
Solar.
or
That's
some
my guess
other
too, yeah.
door-to-door. Yeah.
term generational wealth and provide that opportunity to the next generation.
Get out of the rat race of sales. Get out of the revolving door industries. Get into insurance. Insurance pays you residually over the long term for the work you put in years ago.
If that sounds like you and you're looking to make the switch like we did, then click the link below. Our team are super excited to talk to you.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the IAM show. I want to interrupt real quickly, but it's going to be super quick. This show is sponsored by our company, Insurance Advertising Masters, where we work directly with agents to implement this stuff into their business. The big thing that we focus on at our core is inbound marketing, getting people to come in, watch some sort of video, whether it be a short video or a longer 10-minute like VSL, which stands for video sales letter. It's just a sales video, but using those assets to build rapport, show what you're an expert at, and show how you can help people solve their problems to get them to book appointments on your calendar and come to you. After working with over 1,000 insurance agents directly, we've seen the impact that it's had on their business when they can create people coming to them, create a system. It makes it easier for them. It makes it easier if they want to recruit a downline or have in-house employees. We've worked with agencies and single agents that want to do all of that. You guys are interested in finding out what it looks like to work with us, click the link below and we'll see you over there. Yeah, I got a lot of, like, initial thoughts. First off, I see that, like, this ad is 44 weeks ago, so probably not probably, it's getting close to, like, being a full year old, and I'm guessing they probably learned some things between the ads that they were running a year ago to the ads that they're running now. I know that they're no longer running this specific one. To me, this feels like this was probably a clip that they had ran organically, posted it as a reel somewhere of maybe a longer form that probably got some interest, and then they decided to turn it into an ad because it doesn't really start like a traditional ad with a very clear hook. It's just kinda going like, "This is why we decided to switch," which feels like it was pulled out of a longer video. Unless, in Tampa where these guys are operating, if these 2 are like local celebrities or something, then that might make a lot of sense. But to me, I don't know who they are. But the really cool thing that I'm noticing that they do really well is they clearly have a very specific type of person that they're wanting to attract to become an agent for them. They're looking for younger people. They're looking for people that are already doing some sort of sales and have pain points that these guys are talking about. So they're, in a whether it's probably solar, honestly. I mean, those guys that go around doing door to door solar or alarm sales or any of that door to door stuff, they're probably longer pay cycles. There's probably a bit more regulation. And so they're talking about those pains that they've experienced with anybody watching this that have done door to door are going to have those exact pains as well too. And it's just going to attract those types of people.
But with door to door, they're going to have grit. So it's interesting. Their whole, just their appearance is going to bring that younger crowd that has the grit. But then these guys, it sounds like, are going to have a really good sales process. So this whole, whatever appearance, this whole vibe, it's not going to bring in 30-year veteran kind of agent who they have to break poor sales processes or anything like that. They're going to bring in people who have grit, who are young and hungry, and then these guys are going to be able to indoctrinate them in their sales process to show them how they've done what they've done. So it's definitely strategic who they're wanting to attract, who they're wanting to bring in. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And, like, that would be, like, my biggest takeaway for anybody that's wanting to run recruiting ads. And, if you scroll down, like, this was a, pretty traditional ad that they were running, meaning that, like, it was going to a landing page. And like I said, in the longer video, we can break down their current landing pages that we see them running these things to and show you guys, like, why we think that's working, some of the back end things that they're probably doing on that. But the one thing that I would explain to any of the viewers that are wanting to run recruiting ads, which I know, dude, a lot of people that are in our email list and watch our videos, they really want to learn about recruiting, which we just haven't done a lot of talking about before. But it's the same philosophy. Like, you hear me over and over again talk about a niche, you talk about, like, dialing in your messaging, and that's for direct to consumers. But it's the exact same thing when it goes to recruiting. Like, if you just want to just broadly recruit, you're going to spend most of your time either recruiting people that are going to be have such different backgrounds. It's going to be a mess. There's not going to be any systemization, and they're not going to be as intrigued as the message compared to this, where you have a very specific niche that you want to go after. Their pain points. And the cool thing that they're doing here, like you said, is like they're targeting people that would clearly have sales experience because they most likely know that they'll be able to pick up the insurance industry relatively easy. They understand a sales process. They have grit. They understand how to do objection handling. They have that foundation. So Insurance Elevated and, the owner and whoever, like, all the managers will be able to plug these agents in and ramp them up to performing KPIs way quicker because it's the same thing, the same archetype of person over and over and over again.
And you got to think about it too. So if you're someone who, let's say you get hit with this ad and you're doing solar or you're doing door to door, or maybe you're even licensed, maybe you're a licensed agent, but you haven't really gained traction. This is the kind of agency you would want to be associated with, because the fact that these guys are running these kinds of ads shows they have they've got, some degree of marketing expertise. And so if you're an agent who's considering the industry, or not an agent, but any sales professional considering the industry, and you are looking at two different agencies, and you're like, okay, here's like a traditional one. They dialed me, maybe they dialed me, and they're like hitting me up saying, hey, come work with us. versus getting hit by something like this. And you're like, okay, these guys seem to understand marketing. They pulled me into their funnel. That's going to be a way more attractive proposition than somebody who's just a traditional agent using traditional recruiting methods.
Dude, I get hit with spam text messages nowadays like freaking once a week. And I would
Dude,
never, well, one,
daily. They're
I'm,
like, "Hey, we
yeah,
see you're an agent. Come work with
I
us." You're
know.
like, "Why in the world would I go, like
Yeah.
if this is how you is this how you get prospects? Like why in the
Right,
world would I want to do that?"
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, not only have they dialed in the messaging, but the mechanism of what they're using to attract this type of agent is appealing because it fits something in 2024. Like I said, not something in 2004. Nobody that's young and hungry and hustling, they actually probably want to avoid the insurance industry. And so they're using, this ad in a way more so through demonstration. Whenever you can demonstrate rather than tell, show not tell, exactly how you can benefit them, they're going to have instant rapport, they're going to have instant belief. In copywriting, it's called proof. And so even though like they can say whatever they want, IMOs can say, hey, we're forward thinking, we're technology based IMOs, but if you're not running ads, then nobody's going to believe you as much as the people that are actually running ads, the people that have very, I mean, look at this office too. Show it again. Like for this demographic, they're trying to go after, like it's A-class office. They've got motivating type things for that demographic on the walls. It clearly like
Dude,
kind
you
of
know they
screams
have a
we're
freaking
making money.
espresso machine in there somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? And it
Probably
just
have a
fits. So they're
golf
using
simulator.
a golf simulator, half court basketball court, a gym, gotta have all those things in your office these days if you want to attract top talent. But they're using this stuff. This is like there's so many elements to why an ad can be so good. And like they understand the pain points of who they want to attract, but then they're using these visual elements to demonstrate like we have the lifestyle, we have the office, we have we're using technology, all these things, just it's subliminal. It's so much more powerful than them even saying it because they're showing it, which is a huge element of ads as well too.
Even their
And
bullets
then
here, their bullets on just like the value prop, it's believable. So like a 4x higher contact and close rate, to me, I believe it because I'm like, okay, they're doing this kind of, they're running ads for recruiting. So anyone who's running ads consistently, you're only going to do it if it's working. You're not going to be dumping money continuously into something that isn't working. So the fact that they can do this and produce a positive ROI, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. I believe that you actually can either provide or teach me as an agent how to do this myself.
exactly. And not to mention that, within solar or any door to door, I don't know the exact stats, but I would guess that a good percentage of those people sold insurance in the past or have their license. And so right here, they're saying 4 times higher contact and close rate than the industry average. So if a good chunk of them have sold insurance before, they're going to remember, oh yeah, those direct mail leads, the A or the B, C, D, F, G
Platts.
leads that I bought, yeah, those were crap. And so these guys are actually running ads. Oh, and they're probably going to get hit with their consumer ads as well too, because they market to all ages, because they're selling health and life insurance, and so they're going to be able to see that on the other side and be like, oh, this is what the consumer's seeing, and then they're opting in, coming to this business, raising their hand, saying they need help with insurance. Yeah, all this stuff is actually believable. Again, there's so many subliminal things going into this ad, and that's one thing why I would be super excited to do a full breakdown, because their funnels aren't incredibly fancy, but it's because they put all of the elements of copywriting and marketing and hooking and attention grabbing into their ads. Their ads have done a phenomenal job. And, this ad's 44 weeks old. And so what I've seen even recently has just gotten even better. But there's a lot happening subliminally and being demonstrated it's what's being not said that's making this ad work, to where like a lot of agents might try and replicate, like they'll take an ad like this, they'll go download the script and then get a whatever you call it, where it's I'm literally banking on the words, transcribe it. I
Yeah.
don't know why that was a tough one for me. They'll transcribe it and then they'll just go and like sit at their home office with a white wall in the background and say the same things, and the ad's not going to perform anywhere the
They'll
same
put they'll put a
way.
whiteboard up with a bunch of lines and circles and words, and it's like I'm not getting the quality of recruits. Most agents spend that recruit spend most of their time sifting through people who would not be a good fit for their agency rather than attracting top talent and then getting to pick between, okay, what top talent do I want? It's a totally different paradigm.
Yeah, it's well, they recruit the same way that they write business, and the saying I have for that is sifting through garbage to find gold, but they got a lot of garbage to sift through.
Yeah,
But
100%.
yeah, I think that like the only other last thing that I would say, great job about this ad is the visual elements of the video editing as well too.
The B-roll,
They're
solid.
making exactly, they're making cuts every 3 to 7 seconds, keeping people's attention. They've got words going through there. Just a lot of that stuff to, like, keep engagement is another positive thing.
Yeah, good ad, good ad. I thought this would be good to break down. I've seen a lot of their stuff. I'd like to see what they're doing on the more like
Consumer side.
consumer side. Yeah, so maybe we can break that down next time. But figured this would be a good one to
Yeah.
take a look at.
Yeah, we try to keep these short. Sometimes we've gone a little bit long, but if you guys do want like a full breakdown, like I said, I think it would probably be close to like a 45-minute to an hour long episode, but there's a lot of value in what they're doing. And from what I've seen, they've grown a lot because of their embracing digital marketing and technology and just positioning themselves as that agency, especially like in the Florida area. But I think they've been expanding into a lot of other states as well too. So for any of you guys that want to see that because you want to grow a large agency, or if you just want to see what's working to attract people that are interested in IULs or life insurance or health insurance, these guys are doing it at a good volume. So if you guys want to see that, just comment something below, let us know, and we'll put that on the list. But otherwise, yeah, what I would suggest is take some of the things we talked about, and if you are running ads, just start thinking about like what can I do to make sure that, one, I have a niche that I'm targeting. Two, what are their biggest pain points? Got to talk about that. And then what can I show or demonstrate with my ads that prove what I'm saying without me having to say it, which causes disbelief, whereas like proof just is immediately believable. Those are the big takeaways I would have. Thank you for watching another episode. If you like this, please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe button. It helps us know that we got people out here enjoying this content, and we'll keep making more of it. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one.